Boys, I have a question. Does this look like you? Or...
Bruh.
Well, it's probably because you're making one of these 7 common yet critical mistakes that are causing you to lose games, especially if you're playing online or on Heisman difficulty. And today, we'll not only point out what those mistakes are, but how to stop doing them as well. And at the end of this video, guys, I do have a bonus tip that I think single-handedly will help you win a lot more games if you can just execute it right. The first thing you want to stop doing, guys, is stop using the recommended plays. I know in the play screen it can be tempting, you know, they just pop up right away, but make sure you go in there, you pick your own plays, guys. Every playbook in college football is so beautiful and so big that you just got to know the offenses. Take a moment, learn the offenses. The development team at EA College Football did a great job just capturing every single team's organic offense in real life. Just go in there, learn all the different formations, learn what works for you, what makes you successful, and just start practicing that over and over and over again. Just go in there and learn. I mean, it's good to find different formations on the recommended tab every now and then. Like, you know, there's maybe certain plays that you haven't used before, but they always throw you certain things and they play a certain way that is just not successful in EA College Football. Getting desperate, you know, especially when you're getting annoyed with the game, it's very common just to go into the recommended tab and click the next play. Don't do that. Get your head on straight, think about the next play, and just get in a formation that works for you and your offense to make sure that you're scoring points every time. And if you guys want to see a beginner-friendly video that breaks down some of the best offenses in the game that you can use in some of the schemes, let me know in the comments down below and make sure you smash that like button. Second mistake that you're doing that is very, very critical, guys, is that you're darting every freaking throw. Learn to layer the football. Learn to, you know, just tap it and get it over that linebacker. A lot of people that played Madden that have hopped onto this game know how to use the middle linebacker or the free safety that plays the middle of the field. If you do not know how to layer the football and get that ball over their heads, but right in between them and that safety, because if you lob it too long, the safety's gonna make a play on it. So just learn to layer the football. If you're using revamped passing, you're holding the meter to about halfway. You're not, you know, holding it down all the way, but you're definitely not lobbing it either, because that'll give times for the defenders to crash on the ball as well. Learn how to layer the football. If you have to go into practice mode, use it, or use them in your dynasty, guys. At the end of the day, the game is meant to have fun, but yeah, obviously it's no fun where you're just throwing interceptions all the time. Yeah, because I know that jump from All-American to Heisman is very, very different and can affect a lot of different people. Next is defense, guys. There's a lot on defense that I could go over in a whole other video, but the biggest thing that I think people make here is that they don't wait for their opponents to call a freaking play. Everyone gets so desperate on calling their defensive play, and a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of things that work. There's a lot of universal formations like a cover 3 sky, or, you know, you're using like a Tampa 2, that's fine. Wait for your opponent to call a play. You're gonna have some time to adjust to their formation, just like you do in real life football. The team calls a play, you see their personnel that's coming onto the field, then you can adjust your offensive at least formation based on his scheme. You know, if a guy comes out with 5 receivers and no running backs, you're not gonna go out there with a 44 defense and play the run, because you're gonna have 4 linebackers out there and you're gonna get cooked if he's got 5 fast guys out wide. So make sure you at least, very least, notice the formation that your opponent is in, and then make your play based off that. If you still want to run a cover 3 because that's what you're comfortable with, that's fine, but don't do it out of the 44 or do it out of the 43 defense. Do it out of something a little bit more user friendly, you know, a 3-3-5 or a 4-2-5, something a little bit more friendly to the pass. Number 4, fellas, is that you're not making a single defensive adjustment. It's another defensive tip, guys, but it's very important. A lot of people are getting killed out there, and it's because you're not making simple adjustments that take maybe half a second. At the start of every game, guys, just simply go into the coaching adjustments, and if you're getting killed by fast receivers, just make the cornerback matchups by speed. That should help that at least resolve that. Obviously, if you have a very low overall team, every single corner is going to be getting cooked. But if, you know, there's certain teams that you maybe have a really good corner and you want to make sure that that guy's lined up with their fastest receiver that's been cooking you all day, you can very much do that. As well as, you know, put the flats up to 15 and 20 yards if you're getting killed on those corner routes. If those corner routes are killing you, a lot of people like to, you know, spam those. I can't see those as OP as they once were, but they're still being used a lot. So make sure you know how to do that and at least cover the flats hard. You do wire triangle and then the right stick down, and that should cover the flats nice and tight to make sure that there's no, you know, shallow crosses, things that are getting thrown off on the edges. And then if they have a really fast quarterback, guys, knowing how to call a spy is very important. That's A on the Xbox and X on the PlayStation. Press A or X and then the right stick to the left. Then that should be a QB spy that'll help, you know, those scrambling quarterbacks that seem to get up the middle. I always like to do like a defensive tackle or someone that, you know, doesn't have a lot of coverage responsibilities to make sure that, you know, you're not getting cooked in coverage and you have an open gap in the zone. And another thing is if they're just scrambling out, guys, that's very quick, guys. You could, you know, you press right bumper twice, or, you know, R1 twice, and that should contain the quarterback, especially if he's trying to get outside immediately after the snap is done. Number 5 is a very common one after you started getting killed in this game. Now you've been getting killed a lot, so all you do is just play, you know, coverage, and you've been playing very, very soft defense, and you don't know when to be aggressive. Same thing if you're passing. If you're passing too deep all the time, and you're just getting intercepted, you're just like, oh, this game's fucking stupid. I don't know how to freaking work the defense. I don't know how to work the offense. I don't know what to do anything. Guys, when you're on offense, know when to strategically take shots. If a guy's pressing you, you can always, you know, call an audible, make sure the guy goes deep, and just to see if he gets open on him. If he gets open, take the shot. If he's got a step on him, take a shot. You lose nothing when strategically taking your shots. If you're running 4 verticals every freaking play or all go, like, you're gonna get screwed. So make sure you're not doing that. Make sure you at least know when to strategically take your shots. Same thing on the defense. Know when to strategically blitz. Don't blitz every freaking play because you're gonna get killed. You're gonna get killed on easy slants right up the middle. But if you know he's running some complex deep routes and he doesn't see the blitz coming and it looks like a cover 2 or cover 3, you're gonna be chilling. The pressure here in this game, I don't know if you guys have played it a lot, but it almost feels like you have no time. When you call a blitz at the right time, it's gonna be a money maker for you guys. So make sure you're strategically planning your aggressive play calls. Don't blitz every time. Don't go deep every time, but make sure you're at least strategically placing and you're not getting discouraged when things aren't going your way. Number 6, guys, is an offensive tip. When you're running the ball and you're playing, you guys are not reading the guys inside the box. Read how many defenders you have inside the box. If you have a matchup and there's only 4 down linemen, why don't you call an audible and make sure you run it? You guys are not audibling to plays that'll make you more successful. You go out there and you just call a play that you've called and you're gonna run with it. If it makes you feel better, learn how to run an RPO. RPOs are great in this game. You either run the halfback dive or you throw the bubble. Make sure you're at least using that to your advantage. If you guys do not know what a box is in football, guys, that is literally just where the end of your line is and 5 yards back. That should cover all the linebackers and defensive linemen on their side. And an easy way to do that, to make sure that you know you got the numbers inside the box, actually the game helps you out a lot. You just go left trigger or L2 on the PlayStation, and then you go right stick to the left. You can literally see the blocking assignments for these guys. You can see the 2-on-1 that they're going to jump to that linebacker, and then you can actually make that play go to your advantage. I know a lot of you hate freaking math, but if the numbers just make sense sometimes, fellas, you just got to go with it. And if the numbers don't make sense, audible the hell out of it. Finally, guys, you kick like freaking idiots. You're not literally taking the time to know how to kick extra points. Literally extra points, all you have to do is tap it. You don't even have to hold it. When you're kicking, guys, get used to kicking from one side and don't go all the way to the red. Just hold it. It's very, very simple. Stay patient and just play off of one side. Literally get used to it. If you want to just time the right side or time the left side. When it comes to the left, just do that. And then once it's there, guys, make sure you don't hold it too long. Let it go early if you have to. These guys got bigger legs than you think. Final tip, guys, is don't blow your freaking loads. I know I've been talking about not blowing your loads when you're freaking calling plays. Be a little bit more patient. But I'm talking about tackling. Literally, this tip alone will win you more games because I know a lot of you are atrocious at tackling. What's the problem? You're pressing square or X to tackle way too soon, guys. Get up nice and tight, just get up close to him and then make a tackle. If you're just pressing X, if you're even like 2 yards away, the dude's not gonna make the tackle. He's not gonna cover that much land in that amount of time. Just be a little bit more patient. Literally, you're pressing X, you're getting too excited, you think you're there, you think you're gonna blow up the play, and then you look like a fucking buffoon. But there you have it, fellas. I hope this video helps you guys out. I know there was a lot thrown at you and a lot of things that you can fix, but these are 7 easy fixes plus that bonus tip that can just easily help you win a lot more games if you just start executing them properly. And if you have made any of these 7 critical mistakes in your time with EA College Football, let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, guys, and we're getting there real soon. And comment down below, what team have you been making these mistakes on and making them horrible? And if you guys want more EA College Football content, make sure you catch this video right here. And remember, boys, nice guys finish first, and God bless. Peace!